to create a pricing template. So first go to recycling at the top, click pricing templates in the flyout menu. Once you click pricing templates, you'll be brought to this page where you can view templates based on their active status, expired, or archived. So before we create a new pricing template, it's important to know what a pricing template actually does for you. And what a pricing template does for you is it combines your master commodities and your services, allows you to select a combination of those data objects, apply them to a template, and then when you are fulfilling a work order, you can apply a pricing template to that work order, and it's going to do all the calculations for you. So if you can imagine your financial person at the settlement stage, they're going to generate an invoice, whether they're paying the customer or the customer's paying them, and by applying a pricing template, all the calculations are going to be done for them. They don't have to do a thing. So it really eliminates a lot of manual labor, and pricing templates, if they're utilized correctly, can be a very powerful tool in RazorERP. So we have here a pricing template, and I'm going to create a new one. July silver package, and I'm going to give it, so expiration date, first choose the date that it starts, which I'll choose the 1st, and then the end date, which is the 31st. Click done, and then OK. So now it opens up the pricing template page. If I go back and refresh my page to my active templates, you can see that this is the new template that I created. Here's the older template. You can see here, just a brief introduction before we go into more creating the silver package. We have a customer field. So if there's a customer, you can take your pricing templates and assign it to a specific customer, or you can just keep them generic and allow all customers to use that pricing template. One of the best practices that we've seen how our customers, Razor customers, use this feature is they'll actually not assign it to customers, but they'll just leave them generic, and then they'll place their customer list into pricing tiers. So if you go into the CRM and you tag customers, you can create tags based on a pricing tier. You might say like a subscription package, and you might put them under a gold package, platinum package, silver package, and then the pricing is going to differ between the two, between the 3 or 4 or 5, however many devaluations of your member package that you do. So that seems to be a common practice, and it works really well by using the tags in the CRM and the templates. So here is, now we're going to create the silver package. Here's the name, July silver package. You can edit the name here. If you want to tie it to a customer name and just be specific, you can do that. If you remember, if you do that, like if I select Razor Demo Company here, and then I fill out this information, it's only Razor Demo Company is going to be able to use this template. So if you want it to be universal across the system, make sure that you eliminate the customer field and make sure there's no data in there. The owner of the system, you can go in here and change the owner. In this case, I'll make Connor the owner of the template. This is the duration. You can edit the duration here. Commodities. So we have 3 tabs here: commodities, services, and terms. So here's a list of all the commodities that are in the system. You can see here that we have 126, and to add these commodities to this template, you just click this include checkbox. Once I click the include checkbox, you can go in here and change the price. So I'm going to change the price to 50 cents a pound, and I'm going to include this, and now we have an aluminum added to my pricing template. You also have a group here. So if you haven't set up your commodity groups, you need to do that. So if you go to System Settings, open up System Settings, go into Commodity Groups, and then add your groups here. You can do that. We have a group actually set up for aluminum. So we created this group. If you're a recent customer and you're on deployment, this will be blank, right? So you're going to have to create your commodity groups and set that up. And when you set up your first pricing template, you just have to include that group. So if I wanted to change this to automotive, I could do that. I'm going to change it back to aluminum. Okay, so we've added one commodity to this pricing template so far. So I'm going to print and download this, and you'll see here commodity pricing sheet. I'm going to download this pricing sheet, and I'm going to open it up. You can see here you'll have your company name, the address, the account rep that owns the account, owns the template, I mean. And then we have here's our commodity group, aluminum. And then here is the commodity, actual commodity, aluminum, and it's 50 cents. So I'm going to delete that. Okay. And I'm going to come back here. I'm just going to start including all these. So if you can imagine, you're going to be filling this out with, the fluctuation of the market. So you can set this up however you want. If you want to change the price type, maybe you want to change it to a unit. So if you have a commodity in the system that's better paid on the unit rather than the pound or the kilogram, you can change your unit type here. Or you could also do just a flat fee. So I'm going to change this to weight. Okay. And I'm going to print and download this again. This time I'm just going to preview it, and I'll show you how it got added to this pricing sheet. So we have here, it was added to the pricing sheet. Now we have all these aluminum under the aluminum commodity group. Under the batteries commodity group, here's all of our battery categories, and same thing with e-waste. Okay, so that explains how to add items to a sheet. Now I'm going to go over to my services, and now I'm going to include some of the services. So I'm going to say that we have a freight charge. I'm going to include that, and I'm going to say that it's $200 freight charge for every order. So 200, maybe a mass balance. Now let's do hard drive shredding on site. We'll say it's $10 per drive. Okay. Off-site, we'll include this as well. Say $5 per drive. Well, this is going to be a charge, so we'll make this a negative. So to make it a negative, to make it a charge, you just put a negative number in. Okay. And certificate of recycling, if they want that, we'll add that in. Make it a $50. And data security report, we'll also make this negative 50. Okay, so now we added in our services. If I want to put anything into the terms, say this is a test buy sheet for Razor demo company. So if I want that to be in my terms, I put that in there. Now, if you can imagine, there's 126 commodities. Maybe this list, you have almost all of your commodities included, and you only want to filter out the ones that you have included into this template. Click this checkbox, filter price template included. If I click that, now you only see the commodities that are included here, which is really nice. If you want to just filter out by the groups, if I only want to see my aluminum, I can choose aluminum here and click apply, and I only see my aluminum categories. If you want to see specific commodities, so if I only want to see cell phones, apply cell phones, apply that, and now I can see cell phones. Now I can include it and put a buy price of maybe $5 per unit. Apply. Okay. If you want to search a commodity up here in this search bar on my cursor right here, if I just type in batteries, that's another way. So it's just another different kind of searching. Okay, here's another feature as well. So if I choose aluminum and I click on requirements, you can actually make certain commodities have receive requirements. So if I take aluminum and I say that every time you receive aluminum, you want to make sure that there's an item count, that a picture must be taken, and there has to be notes on this particular commodity. And then for the auditing requirements, you want to make sure that you capture the manufacturer, model, serial, and the category. So if I click OK here, aluminum is going to be a little bit more special in the sense that whenever you receive it against this pricing template, meet certain requirements. And to show you how it works, I'm actually going to go into a settlement. I'm going to choose a settlement that has some items here. So we have, let's do this pending settlement. I'm going to settle this. And we have a couple commodities here that say aluminum, so that's perfect. So if you can remember, this says $10 per pound. I'm going to change this to the July silver package, and I'm going to apply it. And you see that it changed it all to 50 cents. So that's how the pricing templates can really streamline the settlement process, because you're in a settlement. If you have 100 some lots here, if you can imagine how long it would take to manually enter a price for each one, you can just go right in here, choose a pricing template, apply it, and it's done for you. Okay, so I hope this video was helpful. For more helpful videos, check out our YouTube channel, or you can always email us at support@razorerp.com.